Hello, everyone. Today I'm making a Roblox Piggy Chapter 9 theories. See the theories for the next chapter. And today I want to explain like what happened in Chapter 8 and what's going to happen in Chapter 9. But before we get into the video, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. I want to get to like 10 likes or 15 likes. That would be appreciated. So we're going to start off with the end of chapter 7. So at the end of chapter 7, we escaped the metro. We had to leave Bunny behind because I think it was she drank the potion from Mr. P, who I think is evil and trying to like make people into monsters. And in chapter 7, like we got into the subway train, and then we escaped. We escaped to the carnival, which is chapter 8, started in chapter 8. Now, if you go to like the beginning, the cutscene in the beginning, you could see yourself walking out of the metro, and you could see there's 4 cars: the blue, green, red, and the orange one, which is tip over. I don't know if those mean anything, but I have a feeling that the orange one is the Foxy one because it's orange. Because Foxy's orange. He's in the carnival cage, and like there's like 3 other different colors: blue, green, and red. The blue, I don't know what it means, but it could be another character that's describing. But after that, your text says that you are determined to find Mr. P in a good or a bad way. Cause a bad way is that you're angry at Mr. P for poisoning Bunny, or a good way to like finding him and trying to be safe. But that would be unlikely since you're angry at him for poisoning Bunny. You walk inside the carnival, and then that's when the game starts. You find ways to get out of carnival, which you most likely did. If you didn't, then you missed the end. What the end is also pretty interesting because like once you open the door, you expect to see Mr. P inside, but there are actually 2 different characters inside you never knew. And then one's name was Pony and the other was Zizzy. And then when they first saw you, they thought you were infected. But Pony said that like was he infected? But then Zizzy corrected him by the infected doesn't talk. And we have to know that because if we encounter another character that doesn't talk, we know that's infected. And the 2 characters introduce ourselves, and I introduce ourselves. And then they said they came to look for survivors at the carnival. And like they look behind you, and then they see Foxy holding a knife. And Zizzy said that it's bad. They're the monster. So Pony like, don't worry, I got this. Walks up to Foxy and slice him on the shoulder, and then he's down. So that was pretty much it for the chapter 8. That's the end. And then they said they're gonna bring you back to a safe place, which raises a lot of questions. But that is not the end. There are more secrets in chapter 8. Like there are notes in the chapter 8 map. There are at least 4 notes that I know of, and then two of them are pretty obvious. One is in the cage of Foxy, and the one outside of it. The other 2 is somewhere else, and I'll show you where it is. One was just outside the entrance. You probably missed it or you probably didn't, but there was a note just outside the entrance when you walked in. And the other one is like a little bit more complicated to find. It was in the purple box games. Like when you play like the water gun games, it was in one of the boxes of the water guns. Now the notes outside Foxy's cage says, "Do not open. Monster inside. TSP." And we don't know what TSP means or who it is, but I have no context who it is. But the P at the end sounds like Mr. Potato or Mr. P or something like that. Maybe it's not written by Mr. P. It might be written by his sister or something because they have the same last name. His wife, Mr. P, TSP. I don't know. Maybe someone who did it. Also, we'll get to the fact that Mr. P has a sister or wife and I'll tell you about it. There is also this note inside Foxy's cage said, "Why did my friends leave me in here?" And I believe that Foxy wrote this because he was inside it and he was probably turning into a monster. Because if you touch Foxy, he does kill you, and which is a sad thing because I did that once and I didn't even know. And he wrote that, and he's talking about his friends. That why did they leave him in here? Or maybe TSP left him in there because TSP was in charge of the carnival, and then they didn't let Foxy out. But also the note in the front of the cage said, "Do not open it, the monster inside," because maybe TSP is doing it for the good, and Foxy doesn't know it or understand it. So he wrote that letter before he turned into a monster. There is also the note outside the entrance which says, "To those looking for safety, this is the worst place to look." And again, it was written by TSP. The note meant that the carnival is the worst place for safety, for like to escape the apocalypse that is happening right now, where all the piggies and monsters are chasing you and then trying to find a way. And then it says that this is the worst place to find, and which it is because there are piggies there. And here's the last note. It's hard to see, but I sharpened it. It says, "Doggy and Foxy got what was coming to them. TSP." I'm still not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure it means that they got what the consequence was. Like they tried to escape and then they got infected. But it also mentioned Doggy, the one who appeared in chapter 2 and then went all the way to chapter 4, and then who became evil when he drank the potion. I don't know who made him drink the potion, maybe the other monsters did, but he became evil, and now we got a mention of Doggy in this chapter. Now, at the end of the chapter, at the cutscene, you would see a picture of Mrs. P or someone. I don't know. It might be his sister. Who knows? But people spotted that right away. Okay, on my prediction for the next chapter. Well, my prediction for the next chapter is the map is either a laboratory, a cave, or a farm. It's unlikely for a farm because it's wide open. Monsters can get inside, but a laboratory is likely because it's a safe place. It's heavily armored, and there are research there too. A cave could also be likely because it's a safe place. You know, no one would want to go to a cave unless they're trying to escape something. So maybe a laboratory. My prediction is a laboratory or a cave, most likely, and also a farm, but it's unlikely for a farm. And on the storyline, we could meet Mr. P at the laboratory or like chapter 9. I don't know which map, but on chapter 9 we could meet Mr. P or George Pig. You know the George Pig in chapter 1? We haven't seen him or heard of him from a long time. And then if he shows up, that would be very surprising. And for the skins, I think the pig skin would be a mutant, like a mutated skin. It has maybe 2 heads or 3 heads, or maybe like another type of zombie pig or a spider pig. That would be awesome though. So that's my prediction. That's all. But there's also something I wanted to show you. It's kind of a glitch. It's kind of a cheaty way of doing Piggy. It's in chapter 8 only, and it's really useful. So I'll show you in this gameplay. Okay, this is the trick right here. Boom. Wait, hold up. Boom, we got the wrench. Easy claps. If you didn't know what I did, I put my camera up like to the stage, like to the platform, and then like that's how you get the wrench. Mini2 needs to pretty fix that because that's a pretty big glitch and it's very useful. And also, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. What is your prediction? Leave in the comments below, and let's get to 15 likes. Yesterday we got to 15 likes too, and let's see what we have. 670 subscribers. Oh my, we went up 5 subscribers since yesterday. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. I think I'm starting to grow a bit more now because I was stuck at like 630 something like last month, and then now I'm like growing. So thank you guys so much, and like yeah, subscribe and bye. I'll see you tomorrow if I'm gonna record.